Russia is examining the possibility of building a new aircraft carrier along with a new short takeoff/vertical landing STOVL fighter toward the end of its 2018 to 2025 state armament program. The new vessel, which would be a heavy aircraft carrying cruiser, would be a revival of an old Soviet concept that was embodied in the massive Project 1143 Falconer Kiev-class vessels. Like the Kiev-class of old, the new ships would carry STOVL aircraft similar in concept to the Yakovlev Yak-41, sometime called the Yak-141 freestyle supersonic vertical takeoff/landing VTOL material fighter that was cancelled in August 1991, shortly before the collapse of the Soviet Union itself. Russian Deputy Defense Minister Yuri Borisov floated the revival of the Kiev-class concept along with the idea of reviving a Yak-41 like STOVL/VTOL material at the MAX 2017 air show in Zhukovsky, just outside Moscow on July 18, according local reports. Presumably, like all Russian heavy aircraft carrying cruisers, the new vessels would carry a full complement of air defenses, cruise missiles and other weapons. Russia had abandoned the Kiev-class concept in the aftermath of the Cold War, preferring instead to preserve the Kuznetsov class as the basis of its post-Soviet naval aviation capability. Indeed, by 1995, a cash-strapped Russia had retired all 4 Kiev-class ships, which were formidable surface warships in their own right even without the subsonic Yakovlev Yak-38 larger VTOL strike aircraft on board. The less than satisfactory Yak-38 was retired in 1991. The last surviving Kiev, Admiral Gorshkov, originally named Bukul, was refitted and sold to India as Vikramadityaya in 2004. While the Russian Ministry of Defense might be floating the idea of a new aircraft carrier, the chances of the Kremlin purchasing such a vessel are remote at best. Russia simply does not need an aircraft carrier, nor does the Kremlin have the resources to build and operate such vessels given its other more pressing priorities. This is yet another installment in a series of regular announcements that Russia will build an aircraft carrier or heavy aviation cruiser, always slated for sometime years from now, Center for Naval Analyses research scientist Michael Kaufman told a National Interest. They reflect the Russian Navy's existential suffering and their desire to replace the aging and moribund Kuznetsov, even though there is no practical need or mission for such a ship. Undoubtedly, these announcements will be made well into the 2020s, while no ship is actually laid down. There is a somewhat more realistic chance that a Yak-41M, or an aircraft that uses much of that aircraft's technology, might emerge, and it is possible that Russia might plan to consider building a new carrier. The state armaments program in Russia consists of 2 5-year periods. Planning for the first period is fixed. For the second, preliminary and subjects to corrections, Vasily Koshin, a senior fellow at the Center for Comprehensive European and International Studies at Moscow's Higher School of Economics, told a National Interest. So they can safely plan considering a short takeoff plane and laying down a carrier for the second period of the program. One reason a new VTOL jet might emerge is to parcel out work to keep certain contractors afloat in an effort to preserve the Russian industrial base. However, Russia does have a genuine potential need for some kind of fixed-wing strike capability for a future large-deck amphibious assault ship.